Forget everything you know about how bullets work. Because in Wanted, they don't just fly straight. They obey your wrist. But here's the thing. While Angelina Jolie is out here bending physics with a flick of her gun, the actual firearms they're using? Those are 100% real. And some of them are absolutely unhinged choices that make zero sense, until you realize what the filmmakers were actually going for. The very first gun we see is already weird. Mr. X opens the movie on a rooftop with a custom Beretta 92S, a 9mm from the late 70s that's been dressed up like assassin royalty. It's got ornate grips, a compensator bolted on, and that classic Beretta open slide design. What makes the 92S different? The safety sits up on the slide instead of the frame, and the mag release is down at the bottom of the grip in that old European style. It's dated hardware, but it gets treated like a holy relic. Wesley inherits it, hides it in a toilet, then drags it through a parking garage chase and a full train shootout. It's his chosen one gun, and the movie wants you to feel that weight. Then we jump straight into the deep end with something that belongs in a museum. Sloan pulls out a Mauser Model 712 Schnellfeuer. And if you know guns, you know this is a flex. The Schnellfeuer is the select fire version of the famous broom handle Mauser. 7.63mm, full auto capable, fed from a detachable box mag instead of stripper clips. This thing was made in the early 1930s. It's ancient compared to everything else in the film. And that's exactly the point. The Fraternity isn't just old, it's old world. And right after that antique power move, we get the complete opposite. Modern, American, and built like a tank. Fox's signature gun is a Safari Arms Matchmaster, and it is chef's kiss perfect for her character. It's a 1911 pattern .45, single action, competition tuned, with that classic cocked and locked vibe. The 1911 has been around since, well, 1911. But the Matchmaster is the precision version. Tight tolerances, match-grade everything, and a slim single-stack mag that keeps the grip clean. It screams, "I don't miss." And Fox definitely doesn't miss. But then the movie does something wild with it. She mounts that Matchmaster into a CornerShot rig during the supermarket fight. And this is where Wanted starts showing its whole hand. A CornerShot is real. It's a hinged platform that lets you aim a pistol around corners using a camera and screen. It's not magic, but it looks like magic. And that's the brilliance. The movie is prepping you to believe in curved bullets by first showing you a gun that shoots around corners without breaking physics. It's Misdirection. Also, pairing a .45 ACP 1911 with a CornerShot is kind of ridiculous. Those rigs are normally used with 9mm service pistols, but it looks cool, so who cares? Meanwhile, Cross is running a Jericho 941 Baby Eagle, and it's the perfect villain gun. The Jericho is based on the CZ75 design, which means the slide rides inside the frame rails instead of wrapping around them. It sits low, feels heavy, and soaks up recoil like a champ. It's also just exotic enough to stand out without being a cartoon. Cross uses the compact version, but full-size Baby Eagles show up in other scenes too. It's chunky, controlled, and serious. Exactly what you want for a professional killer who isn't here to play games. Then things get weird during the car chase. Cross tries to use an MP7A1. And if you've never seen one, it looks like a sci-fi prop. The MP7 is a PDW, personal defense weapon. chambered in 4.6 by 30 millimeter, which is a tiny, fast, armor-piercing round. It's gas-operated, uses a rotating bolt, and can feed from 20, 30, or 40-round mags. The whole point of the MP7 is to be small enough to handle like a pistol, but still hit like a rifle. It's the kind of gun a driver or bodyguard would carry when a full carbine is too much. And then, as if the movie is playing limbo with gun sizes, Fox pulls out something even smaller. The Škorpion VZ61 is iconic. It's a Czech machine pistol from the 1960s, chambered in 32 ACP, and it runs on simple blowback. The wire stock folds up over the top, the mags are short and curved, and the whole thing is tiny, but it still feels dangerous. Fox uses it during the chase, and it's perfect for her because it's concealable, controllable, and visually loud enough to sell the chaos. And then, the movie goes full antique on us. Cross has a pair of Wheellock pistols in a case, and these things are centuries old. A Wheellock uses a spinning steel wheel and pyrite to create sparks and ignite the powder. It's literally the ancestor of a lighter built into a gun. They were expensive, high-status weapons back in the day, and in Wanted, they're treated like cursed heirlooms. The movie even mocks them up with fake magazines to make them look modern but ancient, which is such a weird choice but somehow works for the whole mystic assassin vibe. Finally, Wesley grabs a Browning high power for the mill shootout, and this is the most grounded gun in the entire film. The high power is a 9mm single action designed by John Browning and finished by FN in the 1930s. Its big innovation? A 13-round double-stack magazine, huge for its time. It's been used by militaries and police worldwide for decades, and it still holds up. In Wanted, multiple fraternity members use them, which makes sense. It's the kind of reliable, proven platform a secret assassin guild would actually stock. So, here's the verdict. The bullet curving is pure fantasy, but the gun choices? Absolutely deliberate. The movie mixes clean, proven designs like the Beretta and high power with distinctive heavy hitters like the Jericho, then throws in oddball wildcards like the MP7 and Škorpion to keep the action feeling unpredictable. Even the antique Wheellocks support the film's central lie, that this world is ancient, ritualized, and governed by fate. Strip away the magic, and what you're left with is a carefully curated lineup that looks believable in hand while still feeling just dangerous enough to match the insanity on screen.